Am I the asshole for killing my daughter's support dog and saying it was old even though it was only halfway through its life, then blaming her for being upset?
Okay.
What?
No, read it. What?
I just gotta wait for that
I
to
hope
just...
you didn't write this.
I didn't write this.
He did this himself.
My daughter recently turned 20. She's been dealing with major depressive disorder, social anxiety, anorexia, body dysmorphic disorder, and 2 autoimmune diseases since she was around 12. I'm very involved in her treatment and obviously wanted her to get better. So when her therapist recommended getting her a dog to register... Sorry, the title. I'm very involved in her treatment, obviously wanted her to get better. So when her therapist recommended getting her a dog to register as an ESA, we got her one for her 16th birthday named Juniper. I generally dislike animals, but it was for my daughter's sake, so I caved.
He also caved it in, so you know, well done.
Junie and my daughter grew close, and I've seen a notable difference in her since we got the dog, especially in her sense of independence and self-esteem. 4 years later, my daughter is now a part-time tutor, volunteers with the elderly, and attends a school full-time with excellent grades. I'm so proud of how far she's come, and though I realise she has a ways to go, Junie has helped her, and I credit the dog for that immensely. Here's the problem. While my daughter was at school, Junie got out of the house and got hit by a car since we live in front of a busy street. My wife and I rushed her into the vet and were told that Junie would need surgery, which would cost somewhere in the ballpark of $2 grand. I make a good salary, but I cannot justify spending that much on a dog, especially when it may not even work, and Junie may probably be crippled. Plus, she was pushing 5 years old, and her breed usually only lives for 9 to 10 years.
That's not fair, bro.
Why are you laughing at this?
Because
Nearly bursting out laughing. That's a little dog.
no, because she's pushing 5 years and she like nearly lives to about 10. What?
That's like killing someone at 40. It's like, bro, they're pushing 40, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I
After
know
life.
they'll probably
Oh,
live to 80. They were pushing 40, guys. Come on. You might as well put them down.
I decided the humane and logical decision would be to euthanize Junie.
Scarlet.
At this point, I called my daughter to let her know the situation and the solution I'd chosen, and she freaked out on me. She tried telling me that she had $700 in savings and would quickly find a job to pay me back the rest, to which I declined because A, it's not just about money, and B, I don't want to risk ruining her mental health by her getting a job, especially since she'd likely have to quit one of her volunteer jobs, which has helped her so much. I explained this to her, but she wasn't hearing reason. So I put my foot down and said my decision was final because the dog was technically mine since I paid for it. Then I hung up. We put Junie down, surrounding her with love and gratitude.
Okay.
I don't know how you can say that after that. Okay.
So that's the end of the story. That's the end of the story.
No. It's quite sad. It's quite sad, to be honest. When we got home, my daughter had just pulled in and was hysterical. I told her she was too old to be acting like this. Oh, that is horrible. And one part of becoming a competent, independent adult was accepting what life throws at you. Now she isn't speaking to me. I'm beginning to think I should have at least told her where we were so she could say goodbye. On the other hand, Junie already served her purpose in helping my daughter, and she only had the dog for 4 years. So I don't understand the huge overreaction. Am I the asshole?
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Yes.
she couldn't even come to the dog getting put down.
No, it was like hidden. 'Cause she would have tried
That's
to
so
stop it.
horrid.
That is evil. Actually evil.
Could you imagine getting a phone call? Yeah, you know your dog. Yeah, we'll put it down. I don't care. You got to grow up. Hangs up.
Andrew
sad.
Tate type raising here.
You're sad that I'm going to kill your dog? Grow up, you.
Overreacting.
You're upset. You're upset about the thing that got you
Man up.
mental health.
Man up.
Yeah, I don't think this needs much.
Oh, I found the next part to that story. The dog later resurrected itself and then caved the guy's skull in instead.
He's also had a lot of comments as well. I'm just gonna quickly. He's put an update. Jesus Christ! Message received. I guess I am. I still believe I made the best choice, but I suppose I could have let her be more involved. Yeah, really, mate. And he's had to clarify he's not a sociopath.
Bro, he was talking about it like it wasn't a
You
living
have to
thing.
clarify that.
He was talking about it like it was like a f***ing machine. Oh, it served its purpose, bro. It's
He
not a
literally
f***ing
said it might not work anymore. I'd say the verdict on this is, yeah, he is the asshole.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree as well. Yeah. Finn, what about you?
Yeah. No, sorry, it took me so long to just say anything there. Yeah, he's the asshole. I mean,
Okay.
but
Cut.
You got something to say? You got something to say?
Come on, for
Speak up.
speak up.
Yeah, speak up.
Right, who's going next? Come on.
I'll go next. I've got a good one. Am I the asshole for not taking my autistic cousin on vacation to Europe?
Go.
Okay, start this off. I'm 25 and my mum has been living over in Europe for the past few years, taking care of my grandparents. A 17-year-old brother and I, along with our significant others, are planning on going to see her, as well as travel for 3 weeks abroad. My aunt and uncle have asked for details on the trip as she wanted to come along with my autistic cousin, 15 years old. I had no problem with this and gave her the entire I don't know what that says, as well as the dates, our flights, where so they could coordinate with our schedule. Every time I take him somewhere to make him feel included, he has an episode. The last time was just a few months ago. It was the worst episode he's had. He went go-karting, and before everyone could even get in their go-karts, he started cursing out the staff because they gave him the wrong go-kart number, and he froze in the middle of the road, making weird faces and screaming. No one was able to start the ride because he wouldn't get off the course for over 30 minutes. He was so scared they were going to call security or the police to physically take him out. Finally managed to get him in the car and home, but the entire process was almost 2 hours. I told my aunt about all of this when it happened, and she brushed it off because everything ended up being fine. Back to our conversation, I explained to her how if he was to do this at the airport, we will all miss our flight, and that would not be fair on everyone else. Very extensive trip spanning multiple countries. Lots of planning is going into it, and so my brother and I can spend quality time with our mum we don't get to see often. I told her I would still love for her, my uncle and cousin to come. They would have to make their own accommodations. Then a long detailed paragraph. I was very civil. The only response I got from her after all this was, I see, message received. Am I the
Right.
That's a bit more difficult, I think.
Why was he talking about this child like it was a rampaging bull or something like that?
How
They had to get
long
the police to
did-
take him away.
They had to get police to take him away.
If the child's holding up the entire ride, then, you know...
Better get the police down here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take me away. As an autistic person, I've never had to be dragged away by the police.
That's actually a lie. When we went to Legoland, yeah, that was crazy, bro. He's fighting everyone.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all.
It's not true. It's not true. They didn't let me on the summary. I wasn't having it. I think
Police
I
had to take him
feel
away 30 minutes later.
I was locked in the Lego dungeon.
Lego gulag.
I had to fight Emmett, bro, to get out. It was crazy. I don't think he's the asshole, personally. I don't think this is the asshole.
I think it's a very difficult situation. No comment. What's the verdict on this story?
I'm out, guys. Lunch break.
Vape break.
Am I the asshole for telling my pregnant sister her kid might get bullied over his name?
Right, okay.
Okay, read out.
34 male, my sister, 28 female. He's really excited to be a mother. I'm happy for her, and I'm pretty sure she'd make a great mom. But there's just only one problem. She's naming her baby boy Gaylord.
Wait, that kid ain't getting bullied. He is getting assaulted. He
is not making it
kid's
past
dying.
secondary school.
That's such
Not
an
gonna be able to
old
get him out
name
the
as
womb.
Gaylord. Nerd.
Hey, Gaylord, give me your lunch money.
Hey, Lord.
Gaylord, seriously, how can she not notice it? I think when I heard it first, I didn't notice it until I paid more attention to it. I told her if she was sure that you are going to give this name to your baby, she started explaining to me the meaning of the name and how she loves the positive vibe it gives. Which is ridiculous in my opinion. I couldn't shake the worry about potential bullying. Quick backstory, I used to work at a kindergarten, and trust me, kids can be brutally honest and mean about names. I've seen it firsthand. I worked with kids for years, and I've never been humbled so hard in my life than by my third graders. I genuinely brought it up, suggesting maybe a more traditional middle name for options, and for some reason, she flipped on me, accused me of being judgmental and unsupportive, and things got heated. Now our relationship is on the rocks. Some folks think I'm looking out for the kid, others say I overstepped. Am I the asshole for telling her my concerns about possible bullying over the name?
In my opinion, he is not. He is not. That is. Why would you call your kid that? What? That is horrible. It is.
Gaylord.
Why would you call your child Gaylord?
Gaylord is literally like...
It was actually a name.
Yes,
some
I
point.
know.
Is
It
it?
means it
What?
means joyful or high-spirited. It's all.
No.
Oh,
There's
I
only
see.
one meaning. There's only one meaning.
Gaylord is a name of Norman French origin, meaning joyful or high-spirited.
Okay, all right. Now I feel very disrespectful, but
Gaylord Hydrobic.
now.
The meaning of Gaylord has changed over the.
Why would that? Bro, there's Vikings called Gaylords, bro. What?
How terrifying if
Gaylord Hardrada.
Gaylord Skull Crusher is coming to your
Gaylord
island.
Skull Crusher.
The
I'm not
Viking
being funny, but if
warlord.
somebody came up to me with a Viking axe and his name was Gaylord, I don't think his name would be my first concern.
Gaylord Lothbrick, bro.
I
Get out my face, bro. If your name's Gaylord Lothbrick, I'm not taking you seriously.
If some
I don't
like,
care who you are.
7-foot terrifying Viking comes up to me with an axe and says,
His name was
"My name
Gaylord
is
Ragnar."
Gaylord," I'm going to die laughing before he hits me with his axe.
I'll die laughing knowing that Vikings come from Russia now. What's that
Right.
accent?
Oh, but it's f***ing Gaylord. It's Scouse, isn't it?
You're cold, Desmond.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, what are we talking
You
about?
just shivered, you just went like that.
Nah,
You're
I
freezing.
don't know what. I don't,
He's getting
I
excited.
don't know what you're talking about, bro.
He's trying his best not to laugh after hearing like, the name Gaylord.
I'm just bursting with excitement, guys. I can't wait to hear Finley's story. Yeah, what
Alright,
was it?
we need to do the verdicts.
What's
Okay,
the
okay.
verdict?
Okay, right, we'll
Is he
start
the
off.
asshole?
Harvey, what do you think?
Personally, Gaylord's got my vote, bro. I don't think you're the asshole.
Okay, all right. I don't think they are either. No, I don't think they are. What about you? What about you?
See, it's difficult because I can see where his concerns lie, right? Because
Yeah.
Sorry, going, come on.
no, I get his concerns. Fair enough. All right.
James, you're
We haven't had
Yeah,
we've
he's
had
fair.
yeah. Desmond, I need you to put a warning up saying that this next story is not going to be very PG clean.
Yeah!
Or clean at all for that matter.
Yeah!
Oh, no.
Okay, this is for the over 18s. It was the worst
no.
one I could find, so I hope you all enjoy. Around 8 years back, I lived in northern Mozambique, a coastal southern African country with quite warm climate. My mother at the time was going through a health nut phase, only buying foods she deemed healthy enough. One of these was coconuts. She would buy several coconuts a week to use in food from... What does that say? Cut that part out. Anyways, as
Hear
a
the grin on your face.
down bad teenager,
No.
I fapped regularly. Unfortunately, there was some severely stressful examinations coming up for me, and as such, my fapping reached a higher peak than usual, and I was feeling pretty sexually frustrated. One day, I hear that my mother is going to be out for the entire afternoon. Down bad me decides that it would be a fantastic idea to fuck a coconut.
I've heard this before.
Right.
Oh!
Okay, it's not.
How'd you
Right.
do that?
It's not. I'll
Why are you
explain.
trying to back him
right,
up? What's going on? I don't like this, man. I don't like
I
this.
wrote this. I wrote this story.
Yeah, somebody's active in Mozambique.
I wrote this.
Honestly, to this day, I can't fathom why I thought that this would be a good idea. But my train of thought back then was clearly something clogged. I end up grabbing the coconut drill, and through 20-ish minutes of effort, end up creating a hole large enough to stick my porker into. I decide...
I can't believe this, man.
Oh no,
I
no, this is
decide
horrible.
it requires some lube and grab the nearest slippery thing, some butter, before shoving it into the coconut, followed shortly by my meat. I do the coconut, and it actually feels pretty damn good, so I blow my load, shove the coconut under my bed, and continue about my day. For the next week, the coconut is my savior. Whenever I want to get off, I simply take it out and do it in its delightful, tight hole, made better each time by accumulating volumes of my semen and butter acting as lubricant. I don't like.
Is that it, or does it keep going? Does it keep going?
No, it's so much worse. It's gonna get so much worse.
What?
It's heaven. Now, before I continue, I'd best mention that at this time in our area, we were expecting quite humid, muggy weather, which exasperated an already existing fly problem. Disgustingly fat, bloated flies were commonly found around
Oh
the
wait,
house.
no.
And the exterminators couldn't really do anything because because it was a localized area problem that would go away in winter. About a week and a bit after the initial coconut incident, I had been using it pretty much every day since then. I began to notice a few more flies than usual, as well as an odd, unpleasant smell about my room.
Oh no.
Must be the coconut, right? So I decide that I'll do it once more before I throw it out and get a new one. Worst mistake I ever made. You see, the reason for the increased number of flies was the coconut was evidently, in hindsight, a near perfect place to lay eggs.
No!
As I penetrated the coconut one last time, I begin to feel a strange wiggling sensation. I pull my junk out and discover it's covered in rotten and moldy butter and semen and teeming with tiny maggots. They were wriggling all over my stuff, and some were even trying to force their way up my urethra.
Oh!
I can't.
Right.
Oh!
One more paragraph. One more. I screamed and threw the coconut against the wall, which made the situation worse by spilling the contents. Hours of— I'm gonna say this, it's— don't leave! You can't leave. Okay. I'm gonna read this out, but you're gonna have to blur it out.
We'll do it as a team.
Hours of vigorous scrubbing, vomiting, and cleaning the remnants were spent reflecting on what on earth I was doing in my life. The end.
Finley, I have one thing.
Am I the asshole?
I have one thing to say to you.
Go on.
That is one of the worst things I've heard in my life. You should be ashamed.
I heard the story long ago, and I cannot believe that I was yet again cursed to hear it for the second time, as if it were new. The deepest pit of hell is waiting to swallow you whole, Finley.
Five Nights at Freddy's? Five Nights at Freddy's reference? Guys?
We don't do that anymore. Okay. We don't do that anymore.
R/true off my chest. I got my penis stuck inside a water bottle.
Alright, okay! It's time to go! It's time to go!
No, you got to sit here and you're going to listen to this. It's only one paragraph, okay? I, 52 male, was feeling a bit lonely, and decided to try and pleasure myself. I lubed up a plastic water bottle and stuck. This is not family friendly. I lubed up a plastic water bottle and stuck my flaccid penis inside. I then looked up some photos and my penis got hard. When I tried to take it off, it would not budge. I kept tugging and tugging, but it only made it worse.
Why does it sound like a kid's story like that?
It's still stuck, and it's red and swollen. It will not budge, even when I am flaccid, because of how swollen it is. It hurts. TLDR, put my penis in a water bottle and cannot get it off.
What the fuck?
Yes!
Cut the show. Cut the show. Cut the show.
Okay, alright. Okay, well, goodbye. Okay, right, we'll see you in the next episode.
No,
yeah.
We should probably do an outro.
Let's all meet up outside.